Hi, welcome back to Pixel Juice. I'm Jordan, and in this video I'm going to be explaining why the Harry Potter universe is terrifying for Muggles. This video will focus on why wizards are a major threat to us Muggles and they all need to be stopped, and I'm not just talking about the bad ones. Let's get started. Mandrakes. A mandrake is a plant in the Harry Potter universe, and, well, I'll let Hermione explain it.
Mandrake, or mandragora, is used to return those who've been petrified to their original state.
That sounds good.
It's also quite dangerous. The mandrake's cry is fatal to anyone who hears it.
This plant could be considered a WMD, and this teacher has damn near 30 of them surrounded by kids dressed in a kleptomaniac's favourite outfit. Surely she must be showing these children how to properly dispose of these awful creatures.
Now gather round, everyone. Today we're going to repot mandrakes.
Wait, no, she's teaching these kids how to look after them. The point I'm trying to make is how easy it would be for a kid to smuggle one of these out. Maybe he's dumb, maybe he's been influenced by a Death Eater parent, but imagine a wizard just dropping an adult one of these in Times Square. If you could hug it up to a speaker system, you could potentially kill thousands. Also, 13-year-olds have access to them.
Pull it sharply out of the pot.
Drugs. Potions are just drugs. Pretty fucking hardcore drugs. This is not only accepted by the wizarding community, but embraced by it. Here we see Hermione brewing a potion she learnt at school in a bathroom sink. This is a polyjuice potion, and it gives the user the ability to take on the appearance and sometimes voice, depending on which film you're watching, of anybody you can gather a single strand of hair from. Imagine the devastation one rogue wizard could make using that potion. Obviously fraud is the first thought, but what if they were impersonating a person of power? And why are we teaching kids how to do it? Now I'm just getting started with potions. The polyjuice potion is bad, but the love potion is in its own league. The love potion is essentially a date rape drug, but only far, far worse. It gives the user complete control over the victim. Ron is in a state where he would do anything for his potential rapist.
I love her.
Whether that be sex, or giving away all his belongings, or signing any legal documents, it's pretty much all up to the perpetrator.
Now you must be thinking, this clearly dangerous quote-unquote potion must be pretty hard to come by. Well, actually, the Weasleys will sell it to you out of their joke shop.
Love potions, eh? Yeah, they really do work.
You'd think they'd be a little bit more sympathetic considering what happened to their little brother.
What's that for? It's no joke. I'm in love with her. All right, fine, you're in love with her. Have you ever actually met her?
Memory wiping. The odd memory wipe to keep the wizarding community a secret is justified, right? Here we see Hermione wiping all traces of herself from her parents' memory in order to protect them from the events to come. That's pretty noble, right? Well, let's just think about this for a second. What will her parents think when they notice that they have an extra bedroom? What about when friends and family start asking about Hermione? What happens when the police come knocking and ask why nobody has seen their daughter in years and these poor bastards don't even know who they're talking about? Isn't Hermione meant to be the smart one? Unfortunately, it gets worse. Let's look at this scene from Fantastic Beasts. Here we see the wizarding community wiping the memory of every Muggle in New York. The population of New York in 1920 was 106,021,537 people. Now we'll be generous and assume that half of these people are Muggles, which leaves us with roughly 53 million people. Now we can gauge from the character Jake that these people lose roughly 1 week of memory. Now imagine all the people who've moved house that week, all the people who've lost loved ones, and all the people who committed serious crimes and are waking up in jail with no clue why. There are so many implications that my laziness dictates I can't list them all, but it doesn't really take much to imagine how devastating this could be, and the wizarding community just don't care.
I was never supposed to know any of this. Everybody knows Newt only kept me around.
Don't even worry about it.
Wands. Now I've saved the worst for last. Wands are particularly dangerous, not only because children have access to them, but because they are actively encouraged to carry them from at least the age of 12. It's pretty much mandatory. Now, I know these children aren't powerful enough to pull off an Avada Kedavra, but despite what the wizards will have you believe, this is not the only spell that can kill. This may be true for wizards, but it most certainly is not for muggles. Could a muggle walk away from this? Would a muggle know that the only way to fight this fire spell is to run outside and dance in front of it? Here we see Newt assaulting an innocent muggle. Hitting the back of your head from that height on a hard surface absolutely can kill you. Now all of those examples require at least some skill and knowledge with the wand. What about the wand lexic, the magically challenged kids? This is Seamus, who made a brief appearance earlier. Seamus is the least capable wizard we see in the movies because despite how hard he tries, he just ends up blowing things up. Here he is blowing up a feather which is organic material. This kid could kill somebody every time he lifts his wand and he can barely use a damn thing. Kids make some really bad decisions sometimes, it's why we don't let them have guns. Wizards practically arm their children, and that's why wizards are a threat to the muggle community. They give the children the means and knowledge to massacre us. It's not too far-fetched to imagine one young wizard having a bad day and finally snapping.
Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
There's my thoughts on the Harry Potter universe. Thanks for watching, and maybe I convince you that these guys are actually the good guys. I've been Jordan from Pixel Juice, and I'll continue to be Jordan from Pixel Juice. If you like what you've seen here today, then remember to like, share and subscribe.